Yeah, we out here with Jude, our Wheels for Life ambassador, and we gonna deliver about 6 to 8 bikes this morning, and some of them are surprise visits, so it's nice to see these people's faces when they first get a bike. It's nice to see also how these people live and how stoked they are.
I'm Jude Mleke. I'm a Ugandan, and I'm a community development worker. I'm here today because I work with Wheels for Life as the ambassador in Uganda. When we distribute these bikes, they help people change their lives. Some use them to carry their goods to the markets, others use them to take their children to school, others use them to take their children and relatives to the hospitals or to health centers.
I get asked often, why do you do it? Why do you and Hans do it? You know, it's like, isn't it a bottomless pit? Can you really make a difference? Well, the answer to that is yeah, we can all make a difference.
Wheels for life. Wheels for life. Wheels for life. Bang dong gilly bang dong day. Bang dong gilly bang dong day. Bang dong gilly bang dong 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 day. Wheels for life. Bang gilly bang dong day. Bang gilly bang dong day. Bang gilly bang dong day. Bang dong day. Bang wheels for life.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Well, we just arrived here in Kenya. You know, most of these Wheels for Life projects, we have people who handle them for us on site, local charities or the local bishop, for example, like here. Every so often, Carmen and I come and visit these projects and make sure they run as we expect them to run, look after things and actually meet the people in person, not only the ones who help us facilitate these projects, but also the people who received bikes in the past and the people who receive them today. Congratulations.
Today we have 40 bikes to distribute, and those who are recipients, potential recipients, are already here. They've been waiting anxiously and eagerly, waiting to have their lives also transformed, like the lives of the other 80 who have received the 80 bicycles.
They had already assembled all the bikes, had all the people ready there, they had them registered, had their IDs taken down. It was a very formal kind of festive occasion, and it was a big thing. You know, everybody puts on their nicest clothes, and you can tell after coming here how important bicycles are in this part of the world. I mean, especially in the rural areas, the people who get them, they cherish them.
The people value these bikes like a baby. They treasure them, they maintain them, they tend them like one would tend a precious item. Here they value sheep and goats and babies, so they treasure the bikes like sheep, goats and babies. They love them.
Jobs in this part of the world are very rare, really, and they're not always permanent. You know, you might have work for one day on a construction site and then you don't have work. But if you have a bike, you can get there, you know. And we met a few very great examples of people, like one guy who received a bike from us a few years ago. You could tell he had a really hard time walking, and the bike was a huge help for him, especially, I think he told us he had to cover 20 kilometers a day. He had a family at home with 2 children, and him getting to the construction sites, not only can he do it a lot more sufficient, but it just enables him to get work and support his family.
It takes $100 to buy a bike, and most of the average family here is about 10 people in the family with a salary of $150 a month to save enough to educate the children, and then buy a bicycle would not actually be feasible.
I was really moved there when we met a young boy called Sammy. He was only 9 years old when his father died, and he has a mother. He's now 13. He was given a bicycle.
I'm standing here with Sammy Karani. His mother is a single widower who is very sickly at the time. Sammy takes care of 2 of his developmentally challenged siblings. He's more like the breadwinner at 13 years of age. He fetches water, brings firewood, and basically this bicycle has come to revolutionize and change his life completely.
His life is definitely challenging, but one thing's for sure, that bicycle's going to really help him.
We talk to the villagers themselves, and it is them who recommends who will be given a bicycle. And we feel very good because we are able to follow up the people, and there is accountability between us here in Kenya and the US, the donors, and also the people. We follow them up. Every month we meet with the people to see how they're doing and how their lives are being changed by the bicycles.
It's a wonderful day here. We met a bunch of the people who gotten bikes from us in the past and heard the stories, how they really changed the lives of these people, of their families, of the whole community. And we've given away more bikes today. All the people have just received their bikes, and there's a lot more bikes needed, you know. It's a drop in the bucket, but it's a beautiful thing, and it encourages me, inspires me to do more and give more, and we'll be back with more bikes. We promised them already. When we left, we were already quite a bit away, like 5 Ks or so, and all of a sudden I spotted this brand new bike on the side, and I was like, wait a minute, that's one of the bikes we just given away. We stopped and talked to the guy, and he said, oh yeah, I live right around the corner. So we said, we follow you. And we got to see where he lives and his family, and how excited everybody and happy was to have this bike, and what a great asset it was, and to really see that this is a guy who lives in a very basic hut, you know, and you could tell the bike would make a huge difference. It's a big deal to get a bike here. That's very nice. Yeah, we usually buy the bikes always locally for our projects. It helps the local economy. We don't have all the shipping costs or the hassles that can happen with customs and all that. These are really nice bikes. The people will find spare parts for them locally. They come equipped with a lock, with a bell, with fenders so they don't get their uniforms dirty, with pumps and a little toolkit. And these people know how to help themselves. You know, these bikes today, they even have a really nice rack where people can transport their goods or other people. Nice bike. One of the boys we saw, he gotten the bike from us already a few years ago, and his bike was well worn already, but it was still running, but the tire was bare at one spot. Some of the spokes had broken, and he tied them together, twisted them together to make it work. And he did a lot of home improvements on his bike, but it still worked. And he was out there on a Sunday, you know, bringing wood to the market. The next project we went to was near Katito, and there we met Pastor Onyango, who's one of our project leaders. We have worked with him quite a bit.
He's received about 400 bicycles.
He includes also numerous villages around his community center.
There's a family in the UK that tragically lost their son in a mountain biking accident, and turning tragedy and unbelievable grief into something positive, they've made it their mission to raise funds for Wheels for Life, and trusting us to get the bikes to the right people. And it's a big responsibility, a huge honour, and Hans and I take that responsibility very seriously.
And they actually erected a little square in the community center there and named it after Rory in his memory, and planted a tree while we were there.
We had the local government dignitaries there, and the project leaders, and people from the villages, and the people that received bikes in the past, and the new recipients.
It was wonderful to see, you know, that these people really understand our mission statement and what we're trying to do, and that they choose the right people to give the bikes to.
So I'm really happy that we managed to get another 100 bikes there, and to get 400 bikes in that community, that's a lot of people helped. I mean, one bicycle helps probably 4 or 5 people in a family or their neighbours, so you can multiply that.
Give these people a bike, give them mobility, let them get a step ahead, you know, be it with education, be it with better health care, or be it with making a living to support their families.
ultimately, our experience with Kenya, I think it's been good. It's very good. To see people so happy, it's just, it's an indescribable feeling. Let's change lives with bikes.
Wheels for life. This is Wheels for life. Wheels for life. An education is not far away. Send a bike to Zimbabwe. Bringing food to a mother and daughter. Send a bike to Botswana. India, Bolivia, Bhutan and Nepal. Keep on going till we reach them all. Send a love to the Philippines. A bike needs no gasoline. Burma, Uganda, Rwanda, Malawi. Looking forward to a brighter day. Too important not to have medicine. Here's a bike now, start pedaling. Get to the doctor for some nursing. This reality we're living in is for real. For real. Now go help someone else. Give a bite, change a life. Change a life. Giving wings to fly. Giving wings to fly. Go ahead.
Water crossing from Kenya to Uganda.
Need 'em so much more. Flying high. Just watching you soar. Wheels for life.
From Kenya, we travelled across the border into Uganda. It's absolutely stunning. It really is the Garden of Eden. Wherever you look around, it's lush. The beauty is breathtaking. But unfortunately, Uganda has been in conflict for decades, and the people here they're carrying the cost.
We're at the Mabamba landing site. We'll be taking a boat to Busi Island. We'll meet the rest of the team, then we will proceed to the venue where we're going to meet the VHTs.
We're here at Lake Victoria. We're taking a boat now to Busi Island, where we're going to visit a bunch of people who received bicycles from us in the past. So this is a fun little adventure.
What a beautiful island, but so poor. We visited the hospital there, and it's beyond belief. 3 people lying in one cot, a room with cram-packed, rotten, broken down cots where people will be treated. And you know, they rely a lot on voluntary healthcare workers. They travel out into the far-reaching little villages to administer vaccination and health education, which is extremely important. So with a bicycle, they can travel and visit so many more households and treat so many more people, advise so many more people. So for them, a bicycle is a really, really valuable tool. I've been working for 2 years now with a group called, the shortened version is ARUA, the Action for Rural Women's Empowerment.
So right now we are in Busi Islands with the VHTs, the ones who received bicycles. VHT means Village Health Team.
A village health team member works in one village, and a village has about 200 households, and so they're in charge of making sure that in a month at least they visit the 200 homes.
They train women in antenatal care, family planning, postnatal. Not only do they do that, but they make referrals. They tell them, go to the hospital, you need this and this kind of medicine. Then they also treat children from 5 and below years. Even though you are Superman, I mean, you can't keep walking all those journeys, so they need the transportation.
Now you find that without transport, someone can take a month and they only visit about 40 out of the 200 households. Now we have been talking with them, and they're saying with a bicycle, if someone does a visit of 10 people in a day, they will all be covered easily.
This place has over 80 VHTs, but then when the government came in, they gave them 5 bicycles.
And how many did Wheels for Life give them?
Wheels for Life gave us 61 bicycles, which was quite amazing. So big ups to Wheels for Life.
One of the main reasons for coming on this trip was that I felt we really absolutely had to come and visit some of our projects. Here we are at Seabird, which is near Masaka in Uganda. We're here to meet Jude Maleki, who is our official Wheels for Life ambassador for Uganda. He put together a Wheels for Life family meeting where he invited all the project leaders that we've been working with together over the last few years. And getting out of our van and walking up the path and seeing all these faces with their name tags on of all the people that I've been working with for all this time, it was pretty amazing. Rose, yeah? Are you Rose?
Yeah.
I recognize you from your face.
These are the people who have been giving us bicycles. The money doesn't come from my pocket. Who am I? The money is raised by these people. They send it to me. Then through me, you are able to get a bike like those ones you are going to receive this afternoon. Then we have a report for the Wheels for Life family in Uganda. That's how we call ourselves. We are a family now.
I know if our donators could be here and see the bicycles themselves being used, I know they would be really, really happy that they chose to support Wheels for Life. We really are. We're small, but we are absolutely pure. We make sure the bikes get to the right people, and that is also thanks to our project leaders, those people in the field that I can trust that volunteer to help us. There's one gentleman in particular from northern Uganda, Ogwell Moses, who we've worked with a few times. In fact, his projects have twice been sponsored by a mountain bike club in Germany. They really liked the report they had the first time round, so they decided to raise some more money for him.
We have seen a lot of women who used to live very far away from the hospital, reaching the hospital and get their medicine, mostly those who are HIV positive. And I want to thank people who have given their money through Wheels for Life to us. Really, that we thank you so much, and thank you for choosing us and also for trusting us with your money. And your money goes to the right people. And I want to show you today that please keep trusting Wheels for Life so that they are able to give us the funding, because just $1 that you give means a life here in Uganda.
It's a beautiful country!
Right now, I'm looking forward to becoming a doctor through the donation given unto me. Thank you for all that you've done for me. May God bless you abundantly.
I've just been hearing the story about how this young man couldn't afford to carry on his education. So he took a year out and used the bicycle that we gave him to subcontract his services out. He's been carrying water, using his bike to building sites, to construction sites, and also to farmers that need water for their fields. And thanks to the bike and the money that he could earn as a water carrier, he was able to fund his schooling. He was able to finish schooling, so that now he can go on to college and become a doctor in the future.
Yes, that's right.
This is one of the reasons why Wheels for Life are doing what we're doing.
May God bless you abundantly. Thank you for the donation.
When people donate, they know they're buying bikes and nothing else. And they really are making a difference. You know, we're going to come away from this trip having learnt a lot and knowing that we've changed lives through bicycles.
Keep on going to reach them all. Send them up to the Philippines. Bike needs no gasoline. Burn my Uganda road 1 mile away. Looking forward to a brighter day. Too important not to have medicine. Here's a bike now, start pedaling. Get to the doctor for some nursing. This reality we're living in is for real. Now go help someone else. Give a bike, change your life.
We're here today in Kenkwanzi, and the locals actually have organized a little race. So they want to race me on their bikes. So let's see what they got. Ready? Where are we going?
Give a bike, change your life. Change your life. Giving wings to fly. Giving wings to fly. Oh, hey. You can take mine. You need them so much more. Riding high. Just watching you soar. Wheels for life. Wheels for life. This is Wheels for life. wheels for life. We drive in big cars, party in local bars. Pretend like we don't have
It was a
fun.
crazy dicing. One guy went straight in a turn into the field. Boom, boom.
And here's my inspiration. Maybe I can help myself by helping someone else. Give a bike, change a life. Change a life. Giving wings to fly. Giving wings to fly. Go ahead. You can take mine. You need them so much more. I'm riding high. Just watching you soar. Wheels for life. Wheels for life. This is wheels for life. Wheels for life. An education is not far away. Send a bike to Zimbabwe. Bring food to a mother and daughter. Send a bike to Botswana. India, Bolivia, Bhutan, and Nepal. Keep on going to a recent mall. Send some love to the Philippines. A bike needs no gasoline. Burma, Uganda, Rwanda, Malawi. Looking forward to a brighter day. Too important not to have medicine.